Warning, I'm just having fun with old cars. I hope you get some tips and a good laugh from watching, but don't do what I do on your projects. What is up, everybody? Uh, as you can see, we're sitting inside the C10, and some of you, if you watched my last video, will remember this clip that I will put in now. Oh, just breathe on it. Fired right up. Oh, I'm so happy. And I was very excited about, this thing running and, starting up good and all that stuff. And went out. I don't have a lot of time to make a video this week. And I was going to take it to go run a couple errands. And this is what I got now. So let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what's going on and where we're going to go from here. So, everything seems fine except for I have absolutely no power. As you can see, the hood's up, and that's because I already put the battery on the charger just in case. That's what it was. And it took no time at all to charge, which tells me it's not a battery problem. Yeah, so now I get to do something I'm not very good at, which would be diagnosing an electrical problem. And I do not understand why I'm having an electrical problem, because it worked perfect just a few days ago. So yeah, that's kind of how my life goes anyway. So I'm going to get some tools, I guess, and see if we can figure out why this piece of junk won't run now, even though it was just running perfectly. Not perfectly, but better than it is now. So old cars, gotta love them. It's always something. I literally cannot even make this up. I just went and got my super cheap little tester, and wouldn't you know it, it's dead. So now I'm gonna go try and find batteries so we can get electricity to the thing that I need to test the electricity in the truck. It's going great, guys. It's gonna be a good day. Okay, lucky for me, I hoard things. So my electrical tester is completely dead. I put new batteries in it. Won't even turn on. I don't know. It's just one of those things, okay? If you've ever heard the saying, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all, that's me. It's just how things go. I ain't worried about it. It's just life, and it goes on. As my dad says, life in the big city. So, luckily, I have one of these laying around for some reason. Obviously, it won't tell me how much voltage I'm getting, but I'll know if I'm getting it. If you've never used the test light before, I've got it hooked up to the battery. I have it hooked up to ground. If you put it on positive, can you guys see it? I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh yeah, probably. There's a little light that comes on when it's got power. Sorry, the sun's in a terrible place. It's just the way it goes, okay? So let me put you guys. First thing I'm gonna check is off the positive cable, which is right here. It goes to, there's a lead that goes to this connection, and then maybe you can see, goes to this connection, and then from that connection to this little relay deal. All of this stuff is extremely old and was recently laying and probably getting rained on when I had the front end off. So we're gonna check that first. How can I? So right off the bat, okay, so I know you guys can't really see, but we are getting power to this connection here, which should net us power here, which it does. And if that relay is good, we have power on the other side of it, which, if I'm being honest, I thought that's where my problem was going to be, and I guess it isn't. So now we got to figure out where we're losing power. I gotta figure out a way to set you guys up, and I'm gonna start checking a bunch of electrical connections with a $2 power probe light thing. So hang on. The first thing I'm gonna check is this connection right here. Comes straight off that relay, and it's just, I don't know, seems like the best first place to start. I don't know if this is a fuse in here. Really don't know what it is. Don't even really know where it goes, if I'm being honest. Well, I found our problem. I don't know why it did it, but let me show you. Hi, again. Sorry, let me get my stupid face out here. That is supposed to be a fuse, and it is broken. So now I get to try and get that out, and then I gotta see if I can even find, I might have to see if I can even find a glass fuse. You guys know that my local experiences with out-of-date stuff at an auto parts store has not gone well. So yeah, I'm going to, I guess I'll go run my errands in my regular truck, which is boring, and see if I can find glass fuses somewhere and come back and put that back together. I might have a, let me see if I've got some wire, and we can at least test that and see. I guess if it blew, I don't know. If it blew the fuse, it's probably not a good idea to jump it with a piece of wire. But I'm not known for my good ideas, okay? So if I can jump it and just click the key and see what happens, that honestly, that fuse could have broke because it's old, or because I had that old part and I may have hit it wrong or something. So yeah, let me see what I can find. I gotta first try and get that out of there, which will be a needle nose pair of pliers and some cuss words probably, and see if we can figure this out, because it's pretty nice out today and I would like to drive my hot rod. So let's see what we can do. Well, I'm back. Here's a little better view of, this is just a fuse holder, and the glass fuse is broken. It's entirely possible that I just did that, taking it apart. I don't really know, But I did find, maybe you can see, this wire is broken. Well, it's not broken, but the sheathing is gone right there. So that's obviously a problem. So my plan is I'm just gonna go buy a new inline fuse holder and just cut this back and replace it. But before I do that, I found one of my little jumper wires that I've made for something at some point, and I'm going to cut this back to where it's broke, because that's got to be replaced anyway, and just jump it to power. Obviously power's disconnected. Always do that when you're messing with electrical stuff. But I'm gonna set you guys up, and I'm just gonna cut this back and just kind of jerry rig it to this, to where I can hook power up and make sure that's our problem before I go buy parts and find out I need other parts. So let me set you up and we'll do that. I don't know if you guys can see anything, but this was definitely not in my plans for what I was gonna do today, but here we are. So like I said, power's unhooked, so I should not get electrocuted. We're just gonna cut this off. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Get you a Leatherman. They pretty much work for everything, including, yes, I could go get a wrench for this. I could have brought one over here in the first place, but I didn't. So we're just going to fix it with what we got. It's kind of like a roadside repair, but at home, where I have tools, but I'm choosing not to use them. I'm kind of an idiot, so, you know, it is what it is. We got that off. That has definitely got the wrong ring terminal on it, but we're just gonna tighten it up like we didn't see that. My little jumper lead here, I'm just gonna press on here so that if for some reason that fuse blew for another reason, we can unhook it quick and not fry the entire electrical system, because I do not want to deal with wiring more than I have to, even though at some point I really need to rewire this whole truck, but I don't want it to be right now. So just going to use the proper tool to strip this wire back, also known as the blade on my Leatherman. And if you've never stripped a wire like this before, you've probably never done roadside electrical repair, which is not a bad thing. I wish I hadn't done it ever, but you know, I drive junk, so it doesn't work that way. So let's just we're going to, I'm sorry if you guys can't see what I'm doing, but basically I just wrapped that wire around this and then dropped it in the fender like an idiot. Come here. Dang it. Oh, I got it. We're good. Everything's fine. What I was trying to do was pinch this together so that didn't happen. Yes, I'm aware this is not a good connection, but it should tell us what we need to know, hopefully. Make that connection a little tighter. Professional adjustments. So now Now we do the smoke test. I don't see or smell anything yet, so that's good news. Let's go see if we have anything at the key. Hang on. Whoa. This magnetic mount is serious. Let's see here. And you can see my volt gauge there. So now we have power at the key. So that is telling me that's at least part of the problem. Hopefully I did not lose that fuse because of a short somewhere else. But the wire doesn't seem hot, so at least in the few seconds that I just had it on, it didn't burn down anything. I have a feeling I probably screwed that fuse up when I had this apart, when I took the front end off and everything, because all that stuff was kind of hanging there to the side. Sorry, glare from the sun. So that one's probably on me, as most of you probably expected already. So I think my game plan, I'm pretty sure I can just get one of those fusible links at, I should be able to get one anywhere. So I'm probably going to run and go get one of those and come back and see if we can get this fixed and hopefully still go take it to do my other errands. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, hang on, I'll go do that, and I'll be right back in just a second for you guys, at least. Hang on. Okay, just like that, I'm back. Hold on. Here's what I bought. Just a generic inline fuse deal. We're just gonna put that in place where the other one was. I have a couple different size fuses because I don't know what that fuse would have been. I'm guessing probably 20 amp, maybe. That's what we're gonna put in it and see what happens. Also, notable mention, I guess, would be, the notable mention is that's not really the right fuse holder. It should be a watertight one since it's going under the hood, and I don't know why that just dawned on me, but they actually didn't have any of those. That was the only one they had. Whatever, we'll replace it later. That's a cheap one. It's probably gonna fail, so we'll deal with that at a later date. That'll be future me problems. So also I have these. Maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe you can read it. They're actually like butt connectors, but you heat them up and they shrink, and they've got like a glue in them that makes them watertight. I just bought them at Harbor Freight, my favorite store, and they actually work quite well. It's only a few bucks for that box, and I like using them, especially on underhood stuff, even though, like I just said, I'm using the wrong fuse holder, but it'll get us by for right now. So I'm gonna set you guys up somewhere where you probably still won't be able to see, and we're gonna get this swapped out and see if it fixes our problem. Hopefully it does. Okay. Get this opened up. Come on. And this should kind of make up the difference of what I cut off. Hopefully I'm going to do the right thing and not restrip it. I'm just gonna put a connector on it, and then we'll put an eyelet on the other end and run it back to that post that we took it off of. Yeah, pretty basic. This is too small of a butt connector for this gauge wire, but it's fine, probably. These are obviously, well, I don't know if it's obvious to you guys because I don't know if you can see, but these are very different size wires. So we're going blue because it's in the middle. And I don't know, if you guys have been around at all for any amount of time, you know that nothing I do is really right anyway. So, but a lot of it works. I'm just saying. So we'll crimp that on there. Always make sure you do a good pull test, because you're only lying to yourself if you don't. And I've done that, where I give it a little tiny pull and it doesn't come apart, and I think I did a good job, and I'm just fooling myself. So okay, we got our yeah, fuses installed. Now let's see if we're gonna let the smoke out of this thing. Maybe. So far, so good. These pliers identify as a hammer, in case you didn't know. So now we're gonna go in the truck and see if this thing will run or not now. You ever feel like someone is watching you while you're trying to work? Yeah. I got a little audience today, so honestly they're probably making fun of me. But anyway, let's go see if this thing works now. Okay, we're back in the truck. Let's see, watch that gauge and see if it moves. And nothing. So why is that a thing? Okay, well, I screwed up something. Okay, so I took the fuse out and put it back in, and now you can see over here we have voltage again. I don't understand why or what was wrong, but let's see if this thing will turn over. Okay. She's a little cold-blooded, but at least she's running. And it looks like we're charging. I guess we better make sure it's not on fire. Alright, don't see anything bad happening yet. So everything looks okay, I guess. I don't really understand what all just took place, if I'm being honest, but you know, it's running, so that's good news. I guess I'm gonna let this thing warm up and put some of my tools away. I guess we'll try to, I gotta go to the Dollar General, and we'll see. It's not too far, so maybe we'll see if it'll make it there and back, and then decide if we're gonna do any of the other stuff I planned on doing. So yeah, kind of a unexpected problem, and kind of an odd situation, but it seems okay now, I guess. So let's see if we can go somewhere and make it home, hopefully. Okay, we're gonna start this little adventure finally. You guys did not see, but I was having a terrible time getting this thing to idle, and as it turns out, after a couple heat cycles, the carburetor had loosened up. So hopefully it runs better now. We're about to find out. I'm going to head to the dollar store real quick, which I'll show you guys what that's for after, probably. If that goes well, because that's pretty close to the house. If that goes well, then we will go to the next stop, which you will also see if we end up making it there. I don't want to push my luck too much today because everybody's at work, because it's Monday and I just happen to have a weird schedule. So if something happens, I'm kind of on my own. So let's see if the truck starts for one, and then see if we make it to any of our destinations today. Also, safety first. Make sure you put your lap belt on, because the police want you to. It's not off to a very good start. It was just running. I don't know. I guess the rest of this will probably be a time lapse for you because it's very loud. But we'll see if we make it anywhere. And if we don't, you'll know about it. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I chickened out a little bit. It made it to the dollar store fine. It's doing good. Where I was headed was to the courthouse in the middle of town, and on the way there, I guess it was like coasting kind of on a downhill. It started to like blubber real bad and act like it was gonna die, and I don't have, I probably have 10 miles on this thing since I put it back together. No, I probably have 7 miles on this thing, maybe. So it just kind of made me nervous, especially with where I was headed. So I whipped in a gas station. I put some fuel in it. Obviously, I wasn't recording because I didn't think anything like that was going to happen, which is usually when it does. So I whipped it in, put some gas in it, and turned around and headed back towards the house, kind of with my tail between my legs. Since then, it's been running great. I don't know. I think it was, I kind of screwed with some of the carburetor settings I had it at when it wouldn't run earlier. And I think I probably shot myself in the foot on that deal, which is, you know, that's what I do best. And yeah, it's not, it's running great right now, honestly. It pulls way better with this smaller carburetor on it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, but even though I didn't make the one errand I gotta do, whatever. I'll go do it in my other truck. I'm glad I got to put some miles on this thing. I only had, I don't have power steering. I only had a couple hours where I could kind of screw around today and try and get a video made. So I think everything worked out pretty good. We got the electrical problem fixed. I still don't know the cause of it, but it's fixed. We got to put a few miles on the old girl. It's gonna take me driving it like this a few times to feel comfortable driving it somewhere. So that's just how I am. I don't like to throw stuff together and just go put 100 miles on it. I kind of got to ease my way into it and kind of earn, it's got to earn my trust, if you will. So sorry, I'm pulling back into the house. Yeah, so that's kind of, sorry, I got a lot going on right now. That's kind of where I'm at for today. Like I was trying to say, obviously you guys probably couldn't hear me because this thing's loud. I was headed to the courthouse because actually the tags are due on this truck, and I need to register the S10. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, overall, another, I would call it a successful test drive, even though we kind of cut it short. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out a way to do this and prop my arm on something because I have weak little arms. So yeah, overall success. I'll keep doing these little drives. I'm not going to record all of them because I know it's not exciting, but and we'll hopefully get to where we feel pretty comfortable driving this thing wherever we want to go. So yeah, I know this is not a super exciting video. We do have some, I say we, like I have a mouse in my pocket or something. Nope, just me. Stupid. Yeah, so we do have, I said it again. I have some stuff coming down the line for the S10. Now that this is kind of together, the last thing I want to make a video on, assuming nothing breaks or fails epically, is I'm going to get the cab painted and probably put another coat of paint on the rest of the truck, just so it's all one color. Bodywork and metalwork is not finished by any means, but it'll at least be one color when I'm done with that, which will hopefully be like next week or the week after. And then after that, the game plan is to get going on the S10. And hopefully get that on the road at some point this year would be ideal. So we'll see how it goes. Sorry this video is not super exciting, but I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Check out some of my other videos. They're more exciting than this one, probably. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend. Oh, and happy Easter, because Easter's in a couple days from when you're seeing this. So, yeah. See ya. Okay, stop watching. Go away. I don't know what else to tell you. Bye. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.